Voting has now started for Series 9, and here are 30 of the biggest and best castle designs. Stick around to the end, there's something for everyone. This is the Alliance of Light by TLG. The round bastions, the decorated main gate, Gothic windows, and half-timbered house, the plants and many other details make this castle a worthy home for the king of the Griffin faction. It can be displayed open or closed in multiple different formats. This set is a combination of the Royal Nest and the Griffin. This is the Stormcairn Fortress by Niall Briggs. Hidden deep amongst the dense forests and cliffs, the Stormcairn Fortress looms over the land, its shadow stretching across the valleys below. Raised upon the ruins of a far older stronghold, the forest has remained in the hands of its founding line for generations, its defences rendering it all but unconquerable. This is the Cloud Kingdom by Brick by Nick. This is a castle in the clouds, only fitting for such a faction as the Griffins. The second floor can be completely removed. The floor can be removed, the towers can be taken off, and the clouds can come off in sections. It's not only modular, but can also be opened up, making it twice as long for easy playability on the inside. This is the Emerald Abyss by Mokamami. The Emerald Abyss Prison Fortress is designed to embody the deep and mysterious power of the sea. Its structure is built in black, accented with the signature colours of the Kraken Knights, dark turquoise and dark green. To add warmth and contrast, shades of brown and orange represent wooden elements, bringing life to the dark walls. This is the Dragon Spire by Thunder Deer. The dungeons are the beating heart of the Dragon Spire. Umbra, the Scarlet Dragon, fuels the flames of the forge of the blacksmith Bruno. The walled upper courtyard is dominated by the imposing main tower, and there's kitchens, an armoury, an inner courtyard, and a large hall hosts banquets, and in the main tower you'll find the Queen's accommodation. This is the medieval cathedral by Arsalis, who has a new narrow design that opens up to access the interior for play and display. Additionally, inside the cathedral there's a knight's tomb. Inside the cathedral there is also a light bay where small lighting elements can be hidden to create the bright effect seen in the renders of the stained glass. How clever! Here we have the Temple of Grail by Open Seas. Deep within the mist-soaked mountains lies a temple where time itself halts. It's a home to the hidden Grail, a relic whispered to grant immortality, and guarded through the ages by the elite knights known as the Griffin Sentinels. Chosen from the bravest warriors of every realm, they swore an oath to protect the Grail at all costs. This is An Abysmal Knight's World by Admiralty Brick. Bound to a primordial kraken by a pact of blood, they alone can stand against the sea monster plague. For gold and tribute, they guard the harbours of kings. All sea trade lies in their hands, and all realms bow to the will of the seas, yet in secret they dream of breaking free. But now a new force is rising, through alchemy and flying machines. This is a Cliffside Sanctuary by MD Builds. The Cliffside Sanctuary is a place of retreat for the people who dwell in towers between the sea, land and sky. These towers sit at an important spring that provides clear water for people to enjoy. On the edge of a cliff that overlooks the seas and grassy plains, the tower also provides a vantage point to keep watch over the lands and water. This is the Knight's Sanctuary of Valor by Joseph Atticus. At the heart of the Horse Knight Kingdom lies the Knight's Sanctuary of Valor. This is the central gathering place where kings and queens are crowned, nobles are knighted, and pledge their loyalty to the throne. Alliances are formed following peaceful negotiations, and royal ceremonies take place, and then fallen heroes and royalty are laid to rest. This is the Orcs Village by Calais. Welcome to the fantasy world of spells, orcs, knights, and mystical creatures. You've reached the mysterious village in the desert. Who lives there? Of course, the mighty greenskin orcs. They are great warriors and hunters. They are led by a shaman, spellcaster, who's in control of a big magical crystal. This is the Squid Island Castle by Brick Thiosaur. There's a backstory here, so go check it out. The castle is a sanctuary for the last of the Squid Lord's descendants, a mysterious sea witch and her eccentric family. Over many decades, the castle was restored and rebuilt by the Squid Lord's descendants, becoming a magnificent monument to his exploits. This is the Silverwood Crossing by Brick by Nick, who's made a bridge leading from a mystical place to an even more whimsical one. There are many trees, which give this build life and a forest feel. The river is rushing and the birds are chirping. On the left side there's a spell tower with a crystal ball inside, along with a desk on the second level. On the right side there's a wishing well. This is the Darkspire Citadel by Sad Potato, who wants to bring back the Fright Knights. For decades their dreaded master has vanished, his cursed stronghold swallowed by the mountains and spoken of only in legend. Now the citadel has been found. Help the Fright Knights reclaim their place in the castle story they deserve. Next up we have the Rockspire Castle by Jack Brick Lover. This detailed expansive castle model has many play features. You can open up the entire castle to reveal a dungeon carved into the rock where prisoners are held. The fully accessible main gate to the outer bailey is naturally included, along with a portcullis that can be raised using a lifting mechanism. Looks great! This is the Scarlet Bastion by Mokomami. The fortress features striking red walls, accented with dark orange highlights, giving a battle-worn appearance that reflects the countless conflicts it's endured. Despite its rugged history, the addition of black and white details, along with a few carefully placed golden elements, brings a sense of elegance and prestige to the structure. Now here we have the Dreadmoor by the Krakenator. The Shadow Knights' wealth grew with their infamy, funding the construction of their ultimate stronghold, Dreadmoor. Built atop jagged, treacherous rocks, its towering walls are virtually unscalable, and the surrounding mountainous terrain makes positioning a siege engine nearly impossible. Here we have the Inn at the Crossroads by ND Builds. The Inn at the Crossroads is a place for all people in the kingdom, where peaceful meetings can occur and old friends can reunite. In this model, 3 different factions and their company are joined together at the inn before embarking on their own journeys. There's room for their horses, supplies, and a place to eat, drink, and rest. Now this is the Island Castle by Chris Tromans. The Island Castle is built for endless play. Modular sections lift away to reveal interiors and hidden chambers, and secret routes weave through towers and caves. Knights can clash on battlements, hold feasts in the Great Hall, or stage daring raids from the rocky shore. Every balcony, tower, and chamber becomes part of the adventure. Here we have the Driftwood Keep by Brickhammer. The Driftwood Keep is a massive multi-level fortress perched on the unforgiving rocks of Kraken Island. Accessible only by ship, the island is nearly impossible to capture. The castle itself blends medieval architecture with Viking design, sitting atop an ancient cave that holds the terrors that inspired the Kraken Knight's name. This model is the Town Hall by Alphonse. The Town Hall is a classic German-style timber frame town hall, inspired by buildings in Europe. The building features everything needed to enact justice in your medieval or modern city. In this place, the justices hide their spoils and enact justice. A stonework first floor supports timber framing upper sections. Now this is the Airy Citadel by Nota Vita. High in the rugged northern mountains stands the Airy Citadel. This remote stronghold serves as the sacred home of the Griffin Knights, and through their journey far and wide, the Citadel is where they return to rest and remember the values they stand for. It's a place for peace, as well as the last line of defence against their enemies. Here's the medieval town hall by Brick for Dream, which is an unprecedented concept, offering an immersive building experience with a double-sided 360-degree model, featuring 4 distinct play modes. Each side can be displayed open or closed, and has detailed interiors. A stone arch and walkway link the authority of the town hall with the vibrancy of the medieval square. Here we have the Deep Sea Citadel by Brickdude 8. With its ramparts, arrow slits, archways and towers, the castle shares similarities with other medieval sets, but the Krakens are a decidedly unique faction, and so Brickdude 8 went with something different than the usual light bluish grey. All interior spaces are connected by stairs and ladders and accessible via hinged or removable pieces. Here we have the Fortress by Itovix. The fortress is a palace spread over 3 floors, and next to the third one there are 2 buildings supported by wooden scaffolding. The prison tower, that can be lifted with a working winch, and with a turret for the guard equipped with a crossbow. There's also a throne hall where the captain finds rest. On, you guessed it, a Kraken-style throne. Next up we have the Gilded Island Keep by Hallowed Brick. The Gilded Island Keep returns for Series 9, and this time inhabited by the fearsome Kraken warriors. Not only does this lighthouse fortress function as a safe place to store their cargo, but it also serves as the Kraken's primary headquarters, allowing them to control their supply routes through the South Seas. Next up we have the Medieval City Port by Mac. Welcome to the Medieval City Port, a busy place full of boats, cranes and cargo. Here you'll find everything you could possibly need and much more. Unload your ship using cranes, fish to the accompaniment of sea waves, and visit the blacksmith's shop for your equipment. You can rest in the tavern or go to the market to see freshly caught fish. Now this is the Castle in the Sky by Vic the Toymaker. The idea of the castle in the sky comes from fantasy stories where a castle rises up to the heavens, and as for its design, it was lightly inspired by Buzov Castle. Vic also took a lot of inspiration for the mill room, and the houses of Bianco Hills from the Super Mario Sunshine video game. Here we have the Corvid's Nest by Penguin Bobo. The castle is a modular design, including a kitchen, a dining room, a royal bedroom, sleeping quarters for the staff, and raven knights, a dungeon, and it also includes a study and an aviary inside of the main tower. The Raven's Nest, located on top of a tall mountain cliff, has an overseeing view of the whole kingdom. Next up we have the Brick Monarch's Castle by Brick Monarch. Beyond its castle form, it can be unfolded and transformed into an open stronghold. It's designed with play in mind, with removable walls and separate floors, providing easy access, while the drawbridge can be raised and lowered with chains and gear bricks for a medieval touch. Inside, it's rich with details, and the set includes 11 minifigures. And that's it! Go and vote for your favourite now. Many thanks for watching, I'll see you next time!